Hey everybody, hope you're doing pretty well. It's time to do our weekly video where we go over the Splinterlands Town Hall, give away some DEC, get into the season rewards since the season just ended, and there's going to be some excitement there because we might get some packs, and if we get those packs, maybe we'll open a few packs. Also, there's been a few different things going on that we'll go over, including the new airdrop card, but we're going to try to get into it all really quick because there's a lot to cover and I want to do it as quick as I can. Thank you for everyone who's been checking out all of my videos, my new subscribers. Thank you very much. We're getting close to that 4,000 mark, which is kind of exciting, you know. I never knew this channel would grow to be that big, and who knows where it'll go in the future. I made a new background image. I'm not the best at these, but tell me what you think. I think I might try to edit it a little bit more later or do something a little different, and it's just an improvement, I think, over what was there before. Okay, so getting into the post I did last week, remember the video goes up on Hive. It'll go up a little bit after it's live on YouTube. There'll be a link on the YouTube video within the description. You click on it, you come here, you leave a comment, you get your name on the wheel. Your name gets picked on the spin, you win 1,000 DEC. This is my weekly giveaway I do off of this account, so let's go ahead and see who's going to win today. It looks like Love Shares is going to take this one. Congratulations. So we'll go ahead and claim this. You know what's kind of funny is last season I didn't do a rewards video because we were doing other stuff. And I totally forgot to claim my rewards from last season on my main account. It was kind of a funny thing. So I claimed them yesterday on accident. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Where did all these chests come from? Or maybe they just let me see it again. I'm not positive. But that was kind of a funny thing that happened to me. I was like, what did I just do? How did I claim the season rewards before the season ended? All right, now let's get into the town hall. Oh, well, that'll go off. And then the main thing here that they went over in the beginning was just they are hiring a ton of people. The team is getting a lot bigger, and they brought a lot of them in to go ahead and talk to us. So we heard from Fosslight, Weirdbeard, Tyler, Francis, and one of the main things that was really cool, we heard from another guild. So we know that the Yield Guild game is getting into Splinterlands. If you go into their Discord, you'll be able to see that they are, you know, actively buying cards, making teams, making guilds, giving out scholarships. Well, now we have another one of those guilds that came in to join, talk about the fact that they're raising funds to get into the game. So that was Frostlight and his new guild. I will say that his audio wasn't spectacular. I couldn't understand everything he was saying. I haven't given it another listen to because I've been so busy. But if you come here, you can maybe check it out, maybe turn up the volume for his part and listen. But it's just exciting to see these guilds coming over to the game. I do have to say that like the Fightland model where they build the scholarship system within the game is kind of cool because then anyone can set up these scholarships. But when you don't have them and your game is popular enough, then you get to bring over these big guilds that have their own incentives, their own coins, and their own ways. So it's an interesting way to do things. Because would I like to just be able to build out decks and set up scholarships within the Splinterlands system? Yeah, that would be kind of cool. But at the same time, I like these big guilds coming over. That was one of the main things I got from this, other than a few things that were kind of interesting. So here's some more breakdowns of some of the teams. When you talk about the dev updates, the big thing that they talked about was the fact that they're working on the SPS validators and some of the changes that they're going to be making, mostly that we all have to have a Hive Engine wallet now. There weren't really a lot of accounts that don't have a Hive Engine wallet, but some people who want to invest in the game might create a Splinterlands account, never buy a spellbook, buy cards off of something like Peak D with credits back in the day, just sending cards there to be held, and now those accounts will have to connect a Hive wallet to their account. Now, theoretically, even if you hopefully that doesn't apply to any of you, but just know that that's something you might need to do. They also talked about the fact that they're doing something, and this might bug some players. So you want your land, you want your SPS validators, you want your SPS rewards for playing the game, you want those white paper things hit, right? They had a really aggressive white paper, and they're having a hard time meeting it. And one of the reasons they think they have is because when this project was started, they didn't have as many professional devs. They didn't have everything. And so the platform is not built in a way that's really easy to add and change. Well, that's where they're doing a complete redevelop of the main platform to design it in a mobile-friendly way. They understand that their game is meant to be played by everyone, anywhere, on just about anything. If you think about Splinterlands, they don't go for high-end graphics. They go for challenging gameplay, quick matches, and fun interactions within the tabs. Now, they are going to be also, once they have this mobile-friendly front-end platform, then able to bring in some different mini arcade games. So that was one of the big updates during the week. They asked for the mini arcade games and what we could do. I kind of gave them the idea of adding in a game that I've been covering, Fightland, sorry, but I was like, hey, why can't you play rock, paper, scissors type of a game with your Splinterlands card? And you can build them all in, and the cards already have stats, and so it'd be a similar kind of idea. If you guys see that on the Splinterlands suggestion site and you want to give it an upvote, you'll see my picture next to it. That'd be kind of cool. It'd be funny if it gets built. On the marketing, they do have a few updates that are kind of interesting, where they're going to be kind of working with giving out information that there are scholarship programs available to people, so that's pretty cool. And they're looking for to partnership with a lot of other companies, and we're going to be able to order plushies soon. So plushies are coming. I don't know if anybody wants any of those. I might pick one up. It'd be kind of funny to give my daughters a doll that's inspired by Splinterlands. Since, you know, who knows, I might be trading some of those cards to get them cars when they get older. So we'll see what happens. On the creative updates, they're just still working on, you know, stuff and going forward. There weren't any major things, I would say, that came out. On the general team updates, they did say that there'd be no town hall next week, so I'll have to just do a general kind of talk about Splinterlands next week, or we'll see what's going on with the video then. They do have a tournament survey they want everyone to take. I'm going to take this later today. It's something you should come check out, because they are trying to redesign tournaments, and we're going to talk about the fact that they're probably going to revamp the reward system a lot coming up in the next couple weeks. Let's see, was there anything else we need to go over to here? I'm trying to remember if there was anything big. I don't think so. They did talk about how they're not adding two-factor authentication because it would be a fake protection. Because if somebody gets access to your Hive Engine wallet, so if a hacker gets your seed phrase and they take your Hive Engine wallet that's connected to your account, this is why you must protect it a lot. On the back end, they can use those keys without logging into Splinterlands site to move your assets off of your account. So you'd think like, well, they didn't have my 2FA. It doesn't matter. If they have your key, they can steal your stuff. So they're not really looking towards doing that. One of the things that Aggro did say, though, is he's expecting every team to give him a real roadmap, so that we might get an idea of a real roadmap with what is coming next, what teams are working on, and them being a lot more forward with that's going on. And he kind of challenged each of the teams to deliver that to him, so it'll be interesting to see how quickly they get that. The stream team, they're working on kind of tweaking that before they let anybody else apply for it. I don't know what that means, but we'll find out more. And then the Chaos Legion packs going into quest rewards is a big add-on, and we're going to go over that in a second. We did get some eye candy. They always release some pictures of land. We got to see Matt's new business card. We actually got to see him hold it up to the window of the screen too. So that was kind of cool to think that they're making these cards, and then they're going to meetings, and then they're handing them out to people. And can you imagine that they get to see them? They gave us some animations, so this is kind of something that they're talking about adding into the game, so that when your cards are on the board, they might do some animations when they attack or when they get summoned. We don't know exactly how they're doing it, but they are looking to change this game up, so it's not just cards on the board auto battling, but a little bit more. SPA's validators are getting some art concepts for them, so this is kind of an interesting thing. I know I have a goal to try to be a SPS validator, so when I am, I'll be showing you guys the setup and all of those kind of things, and then hopefully getting a few of you who have some SPS stake to kind of vote for me, because it's going to have a similar system where to be one of the top validators, people do have to vote for your node. And let's go ahead and get into what's next, because we've already gone over this for a little longer than I meant to. So we have the Spirit Hoarder. This was a new card that was airdropped. This card is actually kind of interesting because he feels like he's a replacement for the original version of, let me show you guys. So there was this neutral monster that was coming out to the Scavo hireling, he used to, at top level, instead of having this slow, he had triage. And I thought, man, a neutral card with the triage hill, that is super powerful, because there's already some teams that have it on 2 to 3 monsters. Now they are on 2 monsters. Now they could have it on 3 monsters, and it could add it to the teams that don't really have it. The death team doesn't really have it, and they could have with this card, and that would have been interesting. So they took it away from him because I think that was too powerful for a common card. But then they put it into the game on a neutral one here, but it doesn't have repair, so it doesn't have the double combo. So that was an interesting thing to see. This card is definitely a reverse speed, strong card, especially for lower mana. But let's go ahead and talk about him at every level. So in the beginning, at level 1, he has triage, so that makes him playable in bronze. You don't have a lot of cards that have this ability at level 1, so it's a nice thing to see. There are a few other ones, but this one can be thrown onto any team, so definitely it's probably worth trying to get one of these cards. They should be relatively cheap to rent, and they should be relatively cheap on the market. I know I had to buy a few because we've seen the airdrop chances got a lot smaller. This was 1 in 500, so my packs only got me 7. If I would have bought 100 more packs, I would have got 8, but I only got 7. And so the ability, I had to buy some, and I did some bids, and I got them for about $13.75. I think they're a little more than that if you go straight to the market. And I maxed him out because Dispel is a very interesting ability. I think people underappreciate it, and when you have it on a monster and you see it in action, you're like, oh, that was pretty cool. Even if they only hit him for 1, all of a sudden they remove armor, remove speed buffs, remove attack debuffs or buffs. You can totally negate everything a summoner did to a monster in some cases. So this is a pretty cool ability. Blind, that's an interesting one because he's a slow monster. So people are not going to miss him. So this is more to help the rest of the team, except for in reverse speed games where this becomes kind of ridiculous because now he's 1 speed plus the fact that if somebody kind of faster is attacking him, you got the extra percent chance from blind coming into effect. So he could be a hard person to kill in that mode. When you take him to that last level, it gets you that extra magic damage. This really just makes him a more competitive card when he's at 3 cost with 2 magic damage. Now, do I think this card is going to dominate the game? No. But when he's on your team in certain formats, he will totally frustrate your opponent. He will keep certain important monsters alive. And he will also make it so that you might dodge a few attacks that you wouldn't have. So overall, I think he's a really strong card to have in your collection. One that is worth leveling up to play with and having. The key areas to aim for are probably level 3 or level 1. Level 2, the Dispel is kind of cool, but down in silver, buffs to monsters don't usually get too crazy, so you could probably get away skipping it. But once you get up into gold, you probably want to have it, and you might as well throw in the blind. Obviously, you only have to put him all the way up to level 4 if you're a max level player, so that is only for those of you who do have the max planes, the maxed out summoners. Okay, now one of the big changes post that they give out today is that the ranked battle system is going to get changed. So in this post, they went ahead and dropped out that the packs were coming out, and they gave us our percentage chances. So you can see that if you have to get the silver 3, then you have a small chance, and then it increases all the way up. Now, my accounts that have been competing in Diamond 3, both of them have pulled packs with this 1.75 chance. My actual account that was in Champion 3 didn't pull any packs yet. We'll have to see how the season rewards go. But the main thing they wanted to talk about here was there were... and the beta cards are getting more DEC. That only really matters if you have it. But if you looked here, they go over some key points that they're trying to address and fix. So they want to reduce the ability to farm rewards cards using a small set of cards across multiple different accounts. So it's possible in this game to play with cards, transfer them to another account, wait another day, play another account, and spread out your cards. I know I have 3 accounts, but my main account has maxed out every team. My first alt has maxed out our level 6 across every single team, and my last account has level 6 across 3 teams. But I could play that much differently. I could probably turn those cards into about 7 accounts, each one of them with about 2 max teams, and farm similar rewards to what I farmed today, but times 7. I don't think that's the way they want it to work. That's not the way I play it, because I feel that's kind of dirty, and it would make the game kind of frustrating, because anytime my two teams I have aren't playable, I would lose, but I would be able to play enough. And I think with all of them, you just put a dragon summoner on the team. That gives you really 3 teams to use with only 2 sets of leveled up cards. So that's kind of a cheat and a hack to be able to get your cards to high level. I know it works because I'm kind of using it on my last alt account, but that's only because I sold off 2 of his teams, and I'm going to buy him the teams that I sold off in Chaos Legion so that he has those teams. It was just something I did at the peak of the market when I felt like I should sell off at least some of my cards. Now, they want to change that. They want to change it so that cards on the 24-hour cooldown cannot be rented anymore. This is kind of just a fix so you don't accidentally rent a card that you can't use. And then they added they want to increase rewards for participating in the ranked season ladder. So they want us to get more rewards for our regular leveling up of the season and where we finish. And one of the things I think I've heard them talk about is they want to lower the rewards on the leaderboards, because I don't think the leaderboards are working how they wanted. They originally wanted the leaderboards to make it so that bronze level players could be at the top of those leaderboards and get some rewards to help move them into silver. And silver players could be on silver and gold could be on gold, and it would help everybody move up into the next leagues. That's not what's happened. Pretty much the top players on all the leaderboards across everything are players with very, very maxed out decks who just decide to play in a leaderboard where they can compete. And so the true players of bronze and silver and gold are not getting to compete on the leaderboards. So they're not really, they're not serving the kind of purpose that they're really meant to. They're letting the players that have really powerful cards go ahead and get even more stuff. And I know it's very frustrating for new people. I have a feeling that that is going to change dramatically. Okay, so let's go ahead now at this point and get into my season rewards. We'll have a little fun doing that, and then we'll go ahead and end the video. So right here, this is my main account. I usually do this one last. Got it to Champ 3, got it about halfway to Champ 2, and then I started to lose, and so I just stopped because I didn't want to drop out of Champion 3. Kind of frustrating. Hopefully soon I'll be able to get it up to Champion 3. I just need to do, I'm starting to realize I've gotten most of my new Chaos Legion cards to about gold level. I need to push them all the way up to maximum level here in the next couple of weeks or sometime during this season, and then maybe I'll be able to get to Champion 2 again, because it just seems that I'm starting to run into those summoners and those cards maxed out. I don't have them, and sometimes I'm like, ooh, I'd really like to use Thaddeus here. I'd really like to use Oblivion here, those cards, and I'm like, I haven't maxed them out yet. And I have the packs to open. I've just been kind of watching the market and figuring out if I want to open more packs or if I want to just go ahead and play the market. We'll have to see where I'll have to make that decision here pretty soon. Okay, so here's one of my alt accounts. This one is my one that has the 3 level 6 teams. This one can make it to Diamond 2 when I have time to play it on the last day or the last couple days, but I was just so busy with everything that's been going on, I didn't do that. So it only got capped out at Diamond 3. Really right here, we're looking for packs, legendary cards for gold cards, big DEC rewards. So far, everything here's been pretty normal. Oh, pulled an epic, so that's nice. So as you can see, being able to run an alt account gives me a way to farm more of these rewards cards. There was nothing spectacular here. We didn't pull any legendaries. We didn't pull any gold cards at all. And we didn't pull any big DECs. But we did get one epic card. The Jins are really powerful. Oh, this account has... Let's go ahead and claim a Silver 1 quest. I really shouldn't, but I just thought it would be funny since it's here. I have to let this account get its DEC thing charged back up. And 4 more chests. Ooh, 68. That's actually kind of high. All right, we'll log this one out and we'll log in Drazius. This is an account I made for my buddy, and he didn't want to play the game because it wasn't fun enough for him. I think I've told most of you that. And so we'll see how this one does. Again, 40 more chests. I do hope usually to pull a few gold cards or a full legend. Oh, there's a pack. So we started off with a pack early. Got a couple of those rares early. No golds or legendaries, but pulling packs are really, really rare. So, oh, there's a good epic. So again, that's a pretty strong set of rewards. No problems there. Maybe should we open that pack? I don't know. I think for now I'm gonna leave it, and then we'll go ahead and do my claim on my main account. So this is 80 chests. I used to get 150 chests and make one, but recently I don't make it to one, and almost no one makes it to one anymore, champ. And they do understand that, like, one of the big problems is when you try to get there, the amount of people playing really disappears, and that's one of the things they're going to try to fix, because it's really hard to find matches against anybody that I can truly compete with. We pulled an epic there. Let's see if we get anything else. I wonder if my main account will get its first pack. There it is. That's the first pack I've gotten in a reward. So I pulled 2 packs today. That's pretty cool. One of the things pulling packs will do for us is it's going to let us... Oh, there's another pack. There's another pack. So 3 packs. So no legendary cards, but 3 packs. That's pretty cool. Was there any big DECs? I wasn't watching them very closely. Let's double check. Yeah, 1. That's why I said that 68 was pretty big. Oh, there's a 121. So we pulled an epic. We pulled a decent amount of... Well, actually, we didn't pull that many rare cards, huh? Only 1 rare. A lot of commons. Oh, 2 rares. 1 epic. So overall, it would have been like, ugh, these are terrible. But then I pulled 3 packs. So that's kind of cool. All right, everybody. So that kind of, brings it to an end. Congratulations to the winner who won my DEC. I hope you all liked the quick update I did to the AMA. I think I covered all the main points I wanted to cover. The ranked battle system changes it's really going to be exciting, and I want to see what they're going to be doing to that. I know that a lot of us feel like, the rewards aren't distributed in the best way, and I think they're finally agreeing with that, and so we should see a change. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye.